Hey, so before we start the video that you're about to watch, just want to give you a quick heads up of just basically what's going on. This is a big announcement for me. It's a big announcement for the field. It's never been done before. And what I reached out to a dear friend of mine, Andrea, who is the director of Biomed over at Children's Health Dallas. For those unfamiliar, Children's Health partners with the Seacrest Foundation. They have Seacrest Studios built into there. And what they do is they have multiple shows throughout the day to, encourage the kids, get them involved, games, and, just make fun, give them some reprieve after obviously they're going through treatment and trying to get better. So I went out to Children's Health and spent the day just trying to give back and bring some joy into those kids' lives. And I hope you enjoy the video and see what I have to announce as we go forward. Thank you for watching.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chase. I am a biomed.
And for those of us that are thinking, what is a biomed? Can you tell us what that means?
I would love to. So, any device that you are currently receiving treatment from, whether it's your hospital bed, maybe patient monitoring, checking your vitals, your heartbeat, maybe an IV pump providing you medicine, to make you feel better. We're responsible for making sure all those are working correctly, to make sure that they're working safely, and to make sure that you don't have to worry about anything than just getting better.
That is an incredibly important job here in the hospital.
I would like to think so.
You help fix all of the equipment that we need every single day for everyone upstairs to get better. And we have a pretty big biomed department here at the hospital. There are 3 of them here in the studio, hanging out in our audience. It's a pretty special day here. And you guys, Chase brought something with him today that he is going to show us. What is this?
So I am excited to announce that I have a book with me that explains exactly what we do every day to make sure that we're making sure that you're safe and making sure that the equipment's working. I wanted to, let the world know what the biomed technician does on a day-to-day basis. Because like you said, we had to explain what I do because no one knows about the biomed technician and how cool a job it is, right. How rewarding it is.
So how did you get into biomed? How did you decide this is something you wanted to do?
Well, everybody's story is, funnily enough, kind of the same, but I happened upon it by accident.
Okay.
When I originally was going to school, I wanted to be a geologist because I've always loved rocks and crystals and gems and things of that nature. Life happened, and I decided to join the military instead.
Very cool.
So when I was looking at jobs, I wanted something that's in the medical field, but isn't necessarily dealing with patients and is from a technical perspective. I love to tinker. I love to fix things. I love to troubleshoot and figure out, the ins and outs of technology.
Right.
And they said, hey, there's this job called 68 Alpha, or as I explained, Biomed Technician. So I signed up, served 8 years in the armed forces, in the Army, decided to get out and get into the civilian world and do that today. So coming up on almost 15 years.
Wow. So how did someone become a biomed? Is this something you go to school for? How do you learn how to do this?
So we have more avenues available to us nowadays compared to what we did back in the day. But Of course, you can go through the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, to be a biomed in the armed forces.
Oh, wow.
Which is predominantly where our field is mostly we get our ranks from. However, there are civilian programs. There are colleges out there, online and in person, that you can go to and learn how to be a biomed, get a degree. We have several here just in Texas ourselves. One pretty close, Collin College. And you can also go through, we have a organization known as AMI. They handle the ACI accreditation for our field, and they have put together a pipeline to allow you to do an apprenticeship with several companies out there that are sponsoring that endeavor. and you can get trained from the ground up and then go and get a certification called a CABMET. And that's just another way. So there's multiple ways that you can go about getting biomed technician training. I know several people that became biomeds without going through all that schooling as well.
Right. Very interesting. I think one of the most unique parts of the medical field and hospitals and all of the sciences around that is that there's so many pieces of the puzzle. There's so many people that you need to have in various roles to make the whole system work. And I'm so glad that you did this job and that you're here to teach us about it today.
Yeah, and luckily you guys have such a phenomenal staff here taking care of y'all. While you may not see them all the time, they're there. They have an impact. They're, doing the work just to make sure that everything is up and running for you guys. So it's a very behind the scenes kind of job, but it has just as much, if not the same impact on every patient within this facility.
Absolutely. So why don't we get into your book? Now, we like to do something a little weird here in the studio, okay? It kind of tickles a little bit, okay? We're going to kind of get really small.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Whoa. Wow, I feel really tiny. Do you feel tiny?
I think I shrunk a little bit.
Just a little, just like a little tiny. Okay, so you have your book today, so why don't you go ahead and read it for us?
I would love to. So, this book is called Ollie the Biomed, and I'm actually about to have a son born next couple months, and his name's going to be Oliver. So this book is, my son is the main character, and he's going to get to learn about what his dad loves to do every day and read about himself.
That's incredible.
So I hope you enjoy, and let's get after it. So, ready to fix anything in a pinch, Ollie the Biomed has his wrench. Medical devices are kept in good order because biomeds uphold the patient safety border. A newborn baby is kind of chilly. The nurse needs it fixed in a jiffy. Ollie the Biomed takes a look and finds that the heating lamp has gone kaput. Ollie installs a new bulb with haste, putting a big smile on a baby's face. The doctor is angry during a case that his surgical table will not lock into place. Right away, Ollie knows what is the matter. He heads to the OR to fix the disaster. Ollie replaces a glitchy switch and gets the table operational without a hitch. Oh no, the x-ray is down and does not show bones. Ollie the Biomed calibrates it with his trusty oscilloscope. The EKG machine does not read patient vitals. Ollie the Biomed puts it through his testing trials. A patient monitor does not have power. Ollie the Biomed discovers the battery has not been charged in hours. Anesthesia gas is leaking in the OR room. Ollie the Biomed finds a cracked O-ring and seals up the fumes. No gas will be passed under his watchful eye, not unless it's contained, because he's a biomed kind of guy. An OR light will not hold its position. Ollie the Biomed tightens the springs until there is tension. The ESU has the REM fault light on. Oh, great! Ollie the Biomed discovers an ungrounded plate. With no ground present, the machine cannot cut. Ollie swaps the cord. The device is up. An autoclave is leaking from the bottom. Ollie the Biomed discovers a failed solenoid to be the problem. At a nurse station, a patient's vitals go blank. A telemetry box is the culprit to thank. Ollie the Biomed is dispatched to discern the matter. It seems a patient accidentally relieved their bladder. A defib battery has exploded out the back, yet it's plugged into the wall ready to resuscitate Diddly Jack. Ollie the Biomed orders a battery to keep patients safe without seeking flattery. Ollie the Biomed is a hero each day. Doing all he can to keep patients safe is the way. To those out there doing the job today, thank you for your efforts. Hip, hip, hooray. Appreciate y'all letting me read it. I love this book. It's been something I've wanted to do for years. And, I hope you can just see how cool and interesting that our field is. We get to work on so many different things, do so many different repairs and services and preventive maintenance. And it's really, I like to describe us and many others as well. We are the medical device doctors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We treat them, we assess them, and we make them feel better.
That is a very good analogy for exactly what you do. Wow. All right. Would you like to become large again?
All right. It's going to feel weird, but I'm ready.
It feels a little bit weird. Let's do it. Okay. Whoa. Ah! We made it. We made it back onto the big moon. Thank you again for bringing that book with us today, for reading it to us and kind of teaching us all about what you guys do. It's really, really an incredible gift, and we're so thankful for all of our technology doctors here, as we like to call you.
I appreciate it.
And a quick caveat before we end this video off today. Obviously, I was so excited to announce the book. If you're interested in finding the book or maybe possibly purchasing and supporting it, you just Google Ollie the Biomed. It's going to be and is currently being sold internationally in those stores. It will end up in more and more stores as we go forward. Here in the United States right now, the easiest place to find and buy it is at Barnes & Noble. It is also on Walmart and will soon to be on Target.com as well. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you very much for Andrea making this possible and the team over at Seacrest Studios. You helped realize my dream of making the biomed field celebrated and building awareness, and of course being able to give back to the kids and give some joy into their lives for obviously while they're trying to get better. So thank you everybody for watching and your support, and may the beard be with you.